I think my favorite part about the Mario movie is that it confirms that this series is an isekai. And I don't know, I find that pretty funny. So the Mario movie comes out in less than a month, and let's just say the overall interest for this film has skyrocketed ever since that first trailer. People like me were decently intrigued to see what Nintendo and Illumination could come up with, but I don't think anyone expected this movie to look this amazing. And with the final direct and trailer wrapped up, all we have left is the release itself, and trust me, I can barely contain my excitement. Which is quite ironic because a year ago, I was the complete opposite. And let's just say I've got some explaining and some apologies to put out. Because what we see right here could honest to God be the perfect video game movie. So this is TheGlassHalfFull, and let me convince you why the Mario movie will change Nintendo forever. And also why I'm a complete idiot. Hold up, before I start gushing about the Mario movie, I need to come clean. Now for a lot of you, you're gonna be completely confused as to what am I talking about, and well, this isn't my first video on the Mario movie. Back in 2022, when the Mario movie still looked like this, I needed a video idea and a controversial one at that, so I thought what better way than to make a video on my thoughts on the Mario movie and how it'll turn out. And bam, made a whole ass production, made some funny haha jokes and some out-of-date points, and even made this mock-up because we had nothing else to go off of for this movie. I still have it just in case if I need it. And I thought it'd be nice to look back at why the Mario movie will be a disaster, and after I finished it, it made me realize that I'm a fucking dumbass and you should never listen to what I say. First off, the video just isn't that good. Like, it's honestly pretty awful, but I'm getting off topic. The main points I bring up in this video are video game movies will always suck, Mario as a series is devoid of a story, you know, what most stories usually have, and the character himself has little to no personality, and Illumination are just really bad at making movies, which I still think are pretty good points of concern when making a Mario movie. And with the little information we knew at the time, it didn't really help the case of this movie turning out decent. Now I guess it wasn't super fair to trash everything about the movie when we knew next to nothing, but if I gotta be honest, I just had no faith in the film whatsoever. Just judging it on the sole premise of a Mario movie, I just didn't see a world where it turned out good. Not to mention a release date of December 2022 and no footage at that point. I more or less made that video early, so when the trailers did come out and looked awful, I would be the first one to say, damn, guess I told you so. However, if you did watch until the end of that video, I did say if the movie turned out as bad as I thought it would, I would still enjoy it. And that still holds up till this day, because at the end of that video, I said nostalgia is a bitch. And so I clicked on the upload button and proceeded to wait for the absolute dumpster fire this whole experience will turn out to be, until a certain day where everything I thought I knew was gonna happen to this movie was flipped onto its head. And it wasn't when that first teaser trailer came out. No, it was long before that. On April 26, 2022, Miyamoto himself tweeted out, "We are delaying the movie from December 2022 to April 2023, which I don't know about you guys, but it completely shocked me. The movie was set in stone to come out in December, and it was gonna help promote Super Nintendo World's opening at Universal Studios not too long after. Basically, it was essential for this movie to come out in December, but they delayed it. But why? I mean, the most obvious answer is because Miyamoto watched all of Sonic 2 and told Illumination, wow, our movie fucking sucks compared to this. Yo, Chris, I've been thinking that we should push back the movie until April, bro. No, I don't care if that messes things up. We beat that stupid hedgehog for the past 35 years. We ain't fucking losing to him now. But in all seriousness, this single tweet told me two things. First, Miyamoto is actually a lot more involved than I thought he was. Yes, that should be an obvious point, but in the back of my mind, I couldn't tell if he just gave Illumination the thumbs up to do whatever they want, as long as the fat Italian plumber is in it. And second, they truly want this to be a good movie. Like, they'll delay it as much times as they want if the movie needs more time in the oven. Of course, this delay could have been caused by the C-19 disease last year, but I feel like if they really wanted to, they would have cut some corners and made that movie release in December 2022. But they didn't. And unironically, that delay was the info I was most hyped about out of anything else. I don't know how everyone else felt about this, but I was 10 times more excited than I was before and patiently waited until we did get our first look at the movie. Now, you also might be confused right now. I did all that bashing in my old video, and just because of a simple tweet and some assumptions, I automatically changed my mind? Well, yes, I'm a Nintendo fan. What do you expect? Well, to be fair, a lot has happened in my life after I made that video. I managed to get over 1,000 subscribers. I've become much better at editing and video creation as a whole, and even got laid. One of those things might not be true. But all in all, as time goes on, I want to be a lot more open-minded about the movie and just wait till I find out more information to truly voice an opinion on it. And said information did eventually come out later that year. So, yeah, that teaser did eventually come out, and what a teaser it was. There's a lot I want to say and I'm going to say, but in a nutshell, I was fully convinced that this movie was going to be my favorite movie of 2023. Mostly because of how great that teaser was, and partly because I didn't know what was coming out next year. Right from the get-go, you really get the vibe that these are one-for-one recreations adapted into a film format. And you can also tell the amount of fan service there will be with these penguin guys. Like, they've shown up 2 times, I'm pretty sure, and are not as prevalent in the Mario universe as, say, Goombas or Toads. But this is a sign that every type of Mario-related character is gonna have an appearance and not just the important ones. Everything just looks absolutely beautiful as well, and it's crazy it was all done by Illumination. Like, again, how was this fucking done by Illumination? The same company which has had the exact same boring animation style since 2010. And this movie right here, which is made by them, resembles next to nothing of an actual Illumination movie. No random, unfunny fart jokes, no weird 2012 pop songs awkwardly crammed in, and no celebrity okay, there is one, but it's actually really good. The fact that it looks nothing like a typical movie of theirs is probably in part of Nintendo being super involved during the entire process of the movie. Like, very involved. As in, they had every single Illumination employee at gunpoint over the past 4 years or so and made them do everything they asked them to. Miyamoto, it's 4 in the fucking morning. I've been working for 16 hours straight. Can I please go home now? Not enough scales. Keep going if you want to see your family. There could also be a good chance that it's Illumination who decided they're gonna go the extra mile for this film, just knowing how it'd be really bad if they fuck up Mr. Video Game himself in his first movie outing. Second movie outing. Either way, I applaud them for how this movie looks, and if this is the kind of quality you should expect for every Illumination movie after, I'll be all here for it. And here's another funny dream. I wish I was 6 feet tall. And it's crazy how every time we think we saw the peak of this movie, it just gets even better. Oh, cool. You mean Peach is now a really cool character who actually feels like a ruler of an entire kingdom and not just some objective? Neat. Oh, wow. The Mushroom Kingdom has a functional ecosystem with many references to the games and overall looks a lot more robust than ever? Awesome. More character variety than the actual Mario games themselves. I feel like y'all are just trying to give me a heart attack now. That's not to mention the power-ups and other references I don't have time to mention right now, but all in all, it makes it seem like in a typical video game movie adaptation, all these things would be treated as a big deal. But you can tell, with all the love that went into this movie, all these big things are just treated as the norm. Especially in this day of age when adaptations are trying to be super cool and modernized and just receive a bunch of backlash for it. And then you have this movie which just gives the people what they want and they just fully support it. What a concept. Like, I've seen no hate whatsoever with this movie, other than good old Chris over here, which, you know what? Let me defend this 40-year-old multi-millionaire movie star real quick as any fucking nerd would. Yes, in comparison to the rest of the cast, he isn't going above and beyond. But to be fair, how can you do that when you have Jack fucking Black just absolutely killing it as Bowser to the point where I want to see Jack Black voice him in every Mario game from now on? You! But if you're one of those people who refuses to watch this movie because of Mario's voice, Please shut up. Okay, I'm kidding. You're entitled to your own opinion, and I shouldn't shame you for that whatsoever. But please shut the fuck up. Even if it's bad, the other 99.9% of the movie is gonna be great. Besides, I think with Mario now being this goofy but confident dude from Brooklyn, which I gotta say is absolutely perfect, especially how I was complaining a lot last time with how exactly they would portray Mario in this movie, kinda fits a lot more than if Charles Martinet were to voice him, and in my opinion has only sounded more and more natural the more we hear him. But aside from that, I really want to go on and on about the rest of the characters, the environments, the fact that they gave an entire character to the blue shell from Mario Kart, and how the music sounds like remixed Mario tracks. How did the fucking Mario movie get this right and not the Sonic movie? But we'd probably be here for over an hour, and there are others who've discussed this already, so let me swiftly move along to my next topic, being marketing. Oh my god, how can you be this perfect? Some of the most visually stunning character posters for everyone that just burst with personality in every possible way. Like this one. What does getting Luigi even mean? I have no fucking clue, but I want it to be studied thoroughly so I can know why it works so well. And just when I thought we've already peaked, Nintendo just drops one of the greatest pieces of art, film, media, whatever I've ever seen. I can't really play you the clip because I'll probably get copyright claimed, but you've seen it and it's perfect in every way. The cheap green screen, the obvious low budget feeling of it, these shades, they're just so fucking cool. This girl just being a horrible actor, and the tiny detail of Luigi grabbing the little car and putting it where it's supposed to be makes me laugh so much harder than it should. It's just beautiful in a very strange way. And then there's an actual website you can visit with bad reviews and phone numbers and callbacks. Oh my god, it's just so good! Over the past 4 months, Illumination and Miyamoto have sold this movie to me 1,000 times over. And it's crazy how far we've came since the very beginning. But the part that gets me most excited of all, what does this mean for the future of Nintendo movies? Yeah, that's the craziest thing out of all of this. Even if the Mario movie does not turn out as good as it looks to be, it gets me so amped to see what other Nintendo IPs are brought to the big screen. The idea of all of these series we love becoming full-fledged big pictures was always a nice concept, but never seemed like it'll actually happen. Just a lot of roadblocks of who's gonna animate it, can they do it justice, and just a multitude of issues I'm not too knowledgeable about, but like, after seeing this, I can only see it as a huge missed opportunity if they don't keep making them. Like, there's no doubt the Mario movie is going to do super well at the box office, that's a given. But then, why would you stop there? We'll give them even more money if they give us a Zelda movie, a Kirby movie, Splatoon movie, anything, if we can expect this kind of quality for all of them. And it's not because, oh, the Mario movie will finally break the video game movie curse. No, that statement has been untrue for the past few years. Sonic 2, Detective Pikachu have both been solid flicks, and the Last of Us TV show has looked absolutely fantastic. But of course, some things had to be altered, so they're not one-for-one recreations of their game counterparts. This one, though, is the cold-cut Mario movie every single person who's played a Mario game has been waiting for. I have a quick request for everyone who's watching this video, and that is to go to my very outdated video on the Mario movie from last year and leave this exact comment for past me. You are a fucking idiot who has no idea what he's talking about. You have horrible takes and should be ashamed of yourself. A bit harsh, but I think that's a fair punishment. With only 1 month to go, the hype for this movie will only continue to rise, and you can bet I'll be there opening day to see my dreams come true. And yes, I will be wearing this outfit when I go see it. Please don't judge me, I'm just very excited.